Hi, I'm Linda B, and this is my granddaughter, Kendall Elise. Say
Hi
hi.
guys, my name is Kendall Elise.
And we're gonna make spaghetti squash. It's very low in calories and it's so delicious. I saw it on one of the channels, and I thought you guys might like to see how I make it. Well, your first step is I heat this up. I put it in the microwave about 2 minutes so it can be easy to cut. And then we get ready. We're getting ready to cut. Kendall, would you get some newspaper so we can put it down so we can catch all the seeds? Okay. And Kendall, would you get me a big knife out the drawer? You put the paper down because once you cut it, the seed's gonna go everywhere, and you don't want to have a big cleanup. Okay. Then you try to cut this. Sometimes it's a little difficult to cut. I don't want to do this. Okay, then you have to scrape this out. It's sort of like a cantaloupe. You know, you get rid of all this because you don't really need this portion of it. You get this out, scrape it out really good. Both sides. You put this in the oven for 30 minutes and let it cook.
Granny, tell them about you have to preheat it first.
Yes, thank you, Kendall. You have to preheat your oven for 360 degrees. And then after that, you put it in the oven for how many minutes, Kendall?
30.
30 minutes.
Granny, it's hot. What should we do?
We need to let it cool off for about 15 to 20 minutes because it's too difficult. It's too hot to deal with. Okay, Kendall, I think it's cool enough. We can work with it now. Would you give me a bowl?
Yes, Granny.
Okay, thank you. While she's getting the bowl, we're going to scrape this out. Okay, thank you, Kendall. We're going to scrape it out. And it's going to look sort of like spaghetti. Okay, see, when you scrape it out, it looks a little like spaghetti. Scrape it out. And this looks sort of like spaghetti. That's why it's called spaghetti squash. Okay, came apart. That's okay. We'll finish scraping this part out.
That made a lot.
Yes, that little bitty spaghetti squash made all of this. This is enough for about 3 or 4 servings. That's the squash. Now we have to make the sauce for the spaghetti and the meat. I'm going to use ground turkey. Since I'm trying to lose weight, I'm going to use 98% fat-free ground turkey. But you can use ground beef or anything you want to use. But since I'm trying to keep my calories down, since I'm losing weight, I'm going to use 98% ground turkey. I use ground turkey, but you can use anything. But I use ground turkey because I'm trying to lose weight. In fact, I use 98% lean, only 2% fat ground turkey. But you can use ground beef or regular ground turkey.
So where'd you get this from?
I purchased this one from Walmart. Kendall, did you see this? Where did I want to read the label?
Sure. Produce Harvest Land.
Okay, ground turkey. And as you can see, it's 98% lean and only 2% fat. You can use olive oil to spray your pan, but I use since I'm trying to lose weight, I use the spray because it's 0 grams of fat. In fact, it's 0 grams of everything, and I use that, but a lot of people use olive oil. Yes, we're getting ready to saute our vegetables. Kendall, could you tell us what vegetables we use?
Bell pepper, garlic, onions, mushrooms, and bay leaf.
I use 1 bay leaf tea, and then I want to spice it up. I use what, Kendall?
Red pepper.
Red crushed peppers. Okay. You saute your vegetables until they're caramelized. I mixed in my ground turkey, my 98% ground turkey, with my sauteed vegetables. Then I added some seasoning. Kendall, could you tell us the seasoning that I added?
You added Lori's garlic salt, crushed red peppers, and parsley flakes.
And then you add as much garlic salt as you like. So it goes by your preference or your taste. Next step, I'm gonna add some chunk salsa, medium chunk salsa, which is again very low in calories. I think it's only, how many calories? I think it's only 10 calories per tablespoon. So, and I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of this.
You hear the sizzle?
Yes, I do, Kendall. I hear the sizzle. Now that you finish cooking your ground turkey and your vegetables, you can add in your spaghetti squash and just stir it up and add it in and stir it up. And you are finished. It's gonna be really good. I'm gonna let my granddaughter taste it and see how she likes it. And that's the true test. If the children like it, you know it's good. And this is low in calorie and it's high in nutrition. And very, very high in taste.
It is so delicious.
And that is the true test. Even though it's low in calories, low in fat, low in saturated fat, low in sugar, but high in taste. I hope you enjoyed our segment. The end. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and make suggestions. Bye. This is Linda B. Cooks.